Hello everyone, this is Coach T on Secretary, and today we're going to dive into one of the most powerful tools in market analytics, predictive analytics through regression analysis. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into the analysis. However, I will provide you an overview on how to get started using a Macbook by the way of Excel browser application. I conducted hours of research on how to perform this analysis using the Macbook, and I couldn't find much content on it. So I'm creating this video to help support those out there who may be searching for the same thing. Please like, comment, and share this video with other Macbook users. Okay, back to the task at hand. You know, in marketing, we are surrounded by data. Customer clicks, purchases, satisfaction ratings, website visits. But the real question is, what drives what? How can we take all these numbers and turn them into actions that actually move the business forward? Regression analysis help us to just do that. It's like having a roadmap that shows which variables influence outcomes like revenue, satisfaction, or loyalty. Whether you are running Amazon, a small online store, or your own book publishing brand like me, regression helps predict where to focus next. So today we're going to break down what regression is, how it works, and how to interpret it, and most importantly, why it matters for marketing decision making. Again, from the eyes of a MacBook user. What is regression analysis? Regression analysis is a statistical technique used to predict the value of one variable based on another. Let's say we want to predict customer revenue based on age, satisfaction, and website visits. We call the outcome variable the dependent variable, which is revenue. The predictors are independent variables, which are age, satisfaction, and website visits. The regression equation looks like this. The dependent variable is represented by y, the independent variable is represented by x, and the intercept is the level of the independent variable. You will expect no revenue at all. This is where the line crosses the y-axis and represents by b. So in full, y equal b0 plus b1 x1 plus b2 x2 plus b3 x3. Okay. What all that means? b0 is your intercept. b1, 2, and 3 are your coefficients, showing how much y changes when each x increases or decreases by one value. And your x are your independent variables. We will talk more about this later on during the video. What makes regression powerful is that it doesn't just describe what's happening. It helps you forecast what will happen next. Let's take an example from this sample data. We have data on customer age, satisfaction score, and monthly sale visits. We want to know which factor truly drive revenue. In the Excel browser application, this is how you will run your regression analysis. You will notice that some of the features in the browser application are different from the desktop app. On the Data tab, depending on your updated version and the settings on your application, you could run analysis by clicking on Analyze Data. For the regression analysis, here are the steps to follow. In the search box, right above the Data tab, type in add-ins. Click add-ins and type XLMiner Analysis ToolPak in the search box there. Click XLMiner Analysis ToolPak. The ToolPak should show on the right side of your Excel screen. There, look for linear regression and click on it. You are now ready to conduct your analysis. Your Y range will be your dependent variable, which is this column. Your X range will be your independent variables, which are these columns. You will click labels if you have columns already established. For this sample data, we do. We will skip constant is 0 for this sample data. We will click confidence level to be 95%. This is usually by default when running this analysis. The output range will be where you want your results to be placed. We will pick this. The next section is what you want to be displayed. For this sample data and how-to video, we will just click residuals. Once we have all the needed information, we will click OK. I already have everything in place, so we will move over to the next sheet. All right, here is the summary of the output from the sample data. We will only review certain parts of this summary output. For a complete review of each part of this summary and what it tells you, you may visit the link in the description of this how-to video. We will now review the highlights. The R-squared value came out to be 0.97, meaning 97% of the variation of revenue was explained by these three factors, which is the coefficients of determination. That's huge. It means our model does an excellent job of predicting what drives customer spending, which is extremely reliable. To sell this to your managers, you can say, this means our marketing investments are predictable and controllable. See how that turns stats into strategy? That's storytelling in analytics by using regression analysis. Here is the regression equation again that we will use to test our results later. But first, let's review the coefficients along with the standard error and p-value. The coefficients are what we need to input into the equation for our intercept and dependent variables. The standard error of estimate shows how far points fall from the line. Smaller values mean better prediction accuracy. The p-value determines whether the null or alternative hypothesis is true or false. We will accept the null, which is there is no linear relationship between the independent and dependent variables when p is greater than 0.05. We will accept the alternative, which is there is a linear relationship between the independent and dependent variables when p is less than or equal to 0.05. From our output, we see that the intercept, customer satisfaction, and average monthly visits, there is a linear relationship to the revenue. We also see that the age-dependent variable is considered to not have a linear relationship to the revenue. We will see why here soon. When we scroll down some more, you see the main character of the analysis. The predicted total customer revenue for all 20 observations. We will also notice the residuals value of each predicted revenue are not that far away from the actual sample data above. Now let's test to ensure that the output is accurate and evaluate our findings. This is something additional I added to the spreadsheet to test the regression equation and to determine the relationship value of each dependent variable. If we take the data from the first customer above and input it into the cells I have created for this test, we should see the same result below. This is confirmation that the output is pretty accurate. We now can test different scenarios to determine how much each variable affect the predicted revenue. You notice that when the visit increases, the revenue increases. And the opposite is true as well. When the visit decreases, the revenue decreases. The same goes for the customer satisfaction. When satisfaction increases, so does the revenue. When it decreases, so does the revenue. When we do the same for age, not much is changing there. Do you see that? Now, here's the heart of the story. In the so what, regression analysis tells us which levers to pull. If satisfaction has the highest coefficient, that means improving customer experience directly drives revenue. If website visits matter the most, then doubling down on engagement or email reminders can pay off fast. For example, in my own coaching business or my book publishing business, I track engagement from event attendees. Regression helps me to see that the number of post-event touches is the best predictor of future enrollments. This is a game changer for me. It turns data into a playbook. We're not just crunching the numbers, we are driving marketing impact. So what? Here it is. It's clear. Regression transforms random data into direction. It shows what to prioritize, what to adjust, and where to invest. If you want your business to thrive, don't just collect data, connect the dots. Now, I want to hear from you. Which variable do you think drives your customers' behavior the most? Price, satisfaction, or engagement? Drop your answer in the comments below. If you find this helpful, like, share, and subscribe to the SB Serve channel, where serving is from the heart.